Hi everyone, I'm Stu.
I'm Sara.
And welcome back to the 300 Bird Challenge. We're trying to find 300 birds before the end of the year, you know that by now. We'll be back in a second, we'll tell you where we are and what we're looking for. Okay, welcome back. We are at Glen Major Forest with my friend here, Jason. He's going to help us find, he's promised us a golden-winged warbler. That would be a lifer for us, really helpful on our 300 bird challenge. We'll also walk some of the trails and see what else we can find here. Stay tuned. Glen Major Forest is located northeast of Toronto and to the south of Uxbirdge. As we zoom in, you can see that it's a large forested area surrounded by agriculture and, to the south, urbanisation. Together with Walker's Woods to the north, there's about 3,700 acres of forest here. Like all forest this far south though, the area was cleared for agriculture during colonisation, and the trees here only date from about the 1930s onwards, planted by James Walker, who bought this land, later donating it for conservation in 1978. Part of this area was also a gravel pit until relatively recently. As mentioned, our mission today was to find a golden-winged warbler that Jason had seen a few days earlier. Well, that's not it, but it is a gorgeous indigo bunting, so we'll take it. Actually, bit of a tension killer, but it didn't take us long to find that golden-winged warbler. What a gorgeous looking warbler. For a moment, Sara had trouble seeing it. Before I can count birds for the challenge, we have to get it on camera, and both Sara and I have to see it.
He's up there. That's hear him calling?
Yes.
You see it, Sara?
No.
There he is.
Good looking bird. You got it yet, Sara?
No.
Thankfully, it came close, and we all got amazing looks at this stunning bird. A lifer.
Oh, what a beautiful bird.
With that mission complete, we proceeded into Glen Major Forest in search of more birds, stumbling across a couple of more common species like this song sparrow, and it's been a while since I've included a black-capped chickadee in a video, so here you go. Moving through some meadow, this tiny bird in the distance, Ontario's only hummingbird. Hopefully we'll get closer looks at one of these at some point later this year. We began to enter the woods. In the last episode at Point Peely, we got distant views of a blue-winged warbler, but here's a closer, brief look. Entering another meadow with birches and alders, a flock of cedar waxwings. And a chestnut-sided warbler playing hard to get. Jason evidently thinks it's hilarious that I always include a downy woodpecker in almost every video. It's almost like a running joke at this point.
Naturally.
What's that, Stu?
Now this is a good bird for us to get. We didn't get it last year. It's a flycatcher in the Empidonax genus. They're notoriously difficult to identify. However, this one vocalised, which helped us to identify it. Oh yeah, and it's perched in an alder tree. Guess what? That makes it an alder flycatcher. We headed back into some more woods. You can see the remains of a farmstead foundation wall here, likely dating to the 19th century or earlier. Time for a quick break. Okay, pretty good morning so far. As I mentioned, we got the golden-winged warbler straight away. We've picked up a couple of other things too. We're now hearing a mourning warbler up in the shrubs here. We're going to try and get eyes on that next. Initially struggling, not seeing it.
The V right near the top.
But I did get the mourning warbler on camera. I'm going to call this a lifer. I might have seen one in my early birding days, but I don't have it recorded, so we're counting it. They're not uncommon, but they do like hanging out in thickets like this, frustrating my ability to film them. Speaking of thickets, here's an eastern towhee showing nicely until another towhee sang and scared it away. If you think the cardinal's a nice red colour, Sarah just got eyes on a scarlet tanager in the top of a tree up here. Nice views.
Oh yeah, nice.
Back out in the open a little bit, here's another chestnut-sided warbler. This one gave us pause for thought for a moment until I realised what it was. Remember the gorgeous indigo bunting at the beginning of this video? Well, let's just say the female doesn't put in as much effort into her plumage as the male. But in seriousness, here's a great Ontario example of avian sexual dimorphism as a result of sexual selection by the female. We completed the main trail but decided to try the Bluebird trail to the west of Concession Road 6. This involved trekking through a lot more meadow. Almost dismissed this as a chipping sparrow because of the rufous head and the hint of an eyeline, but the face pattern doesn't match, and I soon realised it was a field sparrow. Field, isn't it? New bird for the year. Remember to look close, guys. Almost dismissed this one too as a song sparrow, but check out the yellow law, or eyebrow. This is a savanna sparrow.
This overall, it looked different.
A turkey vulture flew overhead. And another distant view of a ruby-throated hummer perched up high. And although rose-breasted grosbeaks are quite common, I like them, and we'd been hearing them, and so I finally saw one out in the open. The birds kept coming, including this American goldfinch that Jason body shames.
Looks like a chubby lemon.
Terrible shot of a pine warbler. This is a bit better. We'd been hearing them do their trilling song all through the morning. We continued into some immature woodland, but aside from some red-eyed vireos singing from the canopy, there wasn't much more to see, so we turned back. A few days ago, Jason had seen a black bear run out in this area, somewhere into the meadow. I'd love to say that we saw it today, but we did not. Okay guys, that was pretty good. We added some warblers. Lifer, thanks to Jason, Golden-winged Warbler. Also Mourning Warbler was a highlight. We've added a few birds to our year list, so it's been pretty productive. We're going to move on now to
Secord Forest.
Going to see if we can find anything there. In the meantime, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this. Okay guys, welcome back from the break. We're at Secord Forest now, going to see if we can add any more birds in this pet cemetery. Stay tuned. Secord Forest is just a 15-minute drive to the northwest, and it features similar habitat to before. Woodland, meadow, but also Secord Pond. Both the forest and the pond are named after Laura Secord, something of a hero in Canada, especially in the Niagara area. Anyway, we searched around the meadow a bit. A little activity around the tree line. We got rubbish views of a Nashville warbler in the last video, but this is a little bit better this time. And here's a northern flicker. That was about it though, aside from a few common birds like robins and starlings. A weird looking hawk flew over us. I almost always take video, but on this occasion I took photos. We're not strong at identifying hawks, and I knew that photos would more easily help me to ID the species later, especially since this individual has extensive damage to its wing feathers. Having said that, I'm still not sure. Identification apps are convinced that this is a broad-winged hawk, so I'm counting it as that for now. But the belly band is throwing me off. Red-tailed hawks have that belly band, but immature light morph broadwings can have it too, so let me know what you think in the comments and we can always revisit it in a future episode. That was about it for the pet cemetery area. We moved on to Secord Pond and circled around part of it. As well as a couple of guys fishing, there was also a green heron. And several kingbirds. Hadn't seen any of these for a while.
It's a purple finch on the... yeah, they're both purple finch, male, female.
Bet you know what these are, don't you? These eastern tent moth caterpillars are common around May. The adult moth lays eggs in late spring, early summer, and then just a few weeks later the caterpillars will form and they remain dormant until the following spring. At that point, they together build these communal silk-based web-like tent structures that you can see. They emerge from the tent to eat every morning before returning at night. The caterpillar larvae have 6 instars, or growth stages, upon which they disperse, cocoon, and then emerge as adults or moths. The fall webworm moth fills a similar niche, creating these tent structures too, but you'll generally see the tent structures that they create, as the name suggests, in the fall. Well, we reached the end of the path and we had to turn back. Good excuse for us to get some lunch.
Okay guys, things are heating up a little bit and quietening down, but we've had a really good day at the 2 stops we've been to. That concludes this video. Thank you for watching. Guys, what should they do?
Definitely like and subscribe to the videos.
And leave a comment. We'd like to interact with you.
Hit that subscribe button followed by the bell icon to get notifications of new videos. We'll be back again soon. Hopefully find some more of those warblers. Thanks for watching and happy birding.